Hey, what is up, guys? Okay, so welcome to week 2. This video is just to quickly let us know, or let you guys know, what the physical challenge is going to be for this coming week, and the nutritional challenge as well. And I think we could probably argue that there's a bit of a mental challenge as well that's coming. The goal for us for this challenge is to make things easy. I don't want to overcomplicate things, because often what happens is we get into a place where we want results, and so we put 100% in. We find out everything there is to know. We take it to the absolute extreme. But what we want is consistency. So the goal is, let's make things simple. Let's make them consistent. Okay, that's the focus. That's the goal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what challenge we're doing this week, and then I'm going to tell you why we're doing it, and that is it. And then what we'll do is we'll obviously continue to post our resources each week, which give us some insight into the way that we formulate our habits, and the foods that we eat that can be good or that can be bad, things we should avoid. But again, moderation and consistency is the name of the game. That's the key. If we can, at the end of this challenge, get some good results, great. But if we can implement some habits that are going to be long lasting after the 5 weeks, even better. That's what we're looking for. If you don't get any results over the next 5 weeks, but you adopt some habits that allow you to change your lifestyle to continue to warrant results for a long period to come, that in my mind is more successful than getting major results in the next 5 weeks. Okay, but let me stop rambling. I'm going to cut to the chase. Our physical challenge this week is going to be steps. We've done them before, but the reason we are doing steps is because what we need to do more to expend more energy is to move more. It doesn't have to be vigorous training. That could be in the form of simply walking. So we want to kind of start to get into a habit of making sure that we walk, and we try and see if we can accumulate a certain amount of steps. You'll hear people stories of success stories of people who have lost tremendous amounts of weight, and all they did was monitor their calories, put themselves into a deficit, and increase their movement through steps. 10,000 steps a day, and they got all of their results from that. It doesn't say you have to do CrossFit in order to get results. Yes, there's benefits to weight training and benefit to high intensity training, and probably faster results and for better body composition, because you put muscle on as well. But you can get results just by dieting, and you can get results just by monitoring calories and stepping more. So the goal for the week is to get 70,000 steps. Works out to 10,000 steps a day. The reason it's 70,000 in the week and not 10,000 a day is because we understand some days are more hectic than others. The same way that we accumulate our calories. If your calorie intake for the whole week is, let's say, 3,000 calories, it gives you 21,000 calories within a particular week. You don't have to break that down into 3,000 calories per day. Some day could be 4,000, because you know that day in particular you're going to expend a little bit more energy, or you're going to eat a little bit more. So that can be the focus. You can kind of make it flexible, and you can adjust it according to your lifestyle, make it work for you, make it easy for you. Okay, so the goal is 70,000 steps. You obviously use your watch or your phone to track these steps, and we need to make sure that we accomplish this challenge. And then over and above that, we're going to add in the mental resilience, or the mental aspect of the challenge. We are going to post podcasts, 3 podcasts that we would like you to ideally listen to while you are doing your steps, so that we're not just stepping, but we're getting some benefit from a mental development and mental resilience point of view as well. It's not to say that you have to step while you're listening, because we do understand as well that maybe you want to do your steps with your kids or something like that, and they require your attention. That's okay. But we are going to post 3 podcasts that we would like you guys to listen to as well in the week, and that's going to add a lot of benefit as well to this journey for us. That's the physical challenge. The nutrition challenge this week is simply going to be monitoring our calories, but from accurately, not just awareness like last week, but actually tracking for a week. Calories and total protein. Okay, so our calories, we obviously went on the in-body analysis, and we saw how many calories we should be eating. If we factor in exercise to that, then even on your app, it'll tell you this is how many calories you should have based on what you set up in terms of light or moderate or intense exercise, how frequently you exercise. And from that number, let's say it's 2,500 calories, we're going to create a deficit. Everyone's going to be different. If you need some guidance on this, please shout out, because it's important that we know that number. And then when you go into MyFitnessPal, you're going to follow the prompts, and you're going to input how many calories you need to be eating in a particular day. And that's what we're going to try and aim for. It's not to say we have to track all the time. I do understand some people enjoy it, some people don't. But I want us to make sure that we do track for a week, because this gives us an idea and awareness around the foods that we eat. So if I'm not tracking, I'm absent-mindedly eating a little bit more than what I should. And I think to myself, no, but I only had these 3 meals today. How can I be over in my calories? But I wasn't aware of the small things that I had in between, or the additions that I had to my meals. And that's where the calories add up. Okay, so we're going to track our total calories, whether we're going to be in a deficit or in a maintenance. And what we're going to do is we're going to focus on protein intake. That's it. Don't worry about carbohydrates. Don't worry about fats. As long as we're within our calories and we're focusing on protein. Now, the general guideline for protein when you're doing weight training and high intensity interval training is generally around 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So for me, for example, let's say for argument's sake, I weigh 100 kilograms. I'm going to make mine at the upper end because I want to pick up muscle, and that's going to be 2 grams per 100 grams, or sorry, 2 grams per kilogram of body weight, which means I need to consume 200 grams of protein per day. I'm going to log that into MyFitnessPal as well, and I would rather you go on the upper end and just miss the target than go too low and kind of make sure we're reaching the target every day when we could have had a little bit more. It's unrealistic to expect that we're going to hit that target every single week or every single day. But what we want to do is we want to try and aim to get within 80 or 90% of our daily protein goal each and every day. Protein is the most important macronutrient. Without it, you will die. And we need to make sure that we eating enough to sustain our exercise, to sustain muscle growth. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn, even at rest. Okay, so if you need guidance on exactly what your numbers should be, please give me a shout before the week starts so that we can set that up for you and just make sure that you're happy. But otherwise, I think everyone should be okay. And that's our focus for the week. Again, through the week, we'll give you some tips and tricks on how we can potentially increase our protein intake if we need to, because it is sometimes difficult to hit that target. Okay, guys, so as I said, one of the, obviously, the prerequisites is to watch these videos if you wanted to get a refund at the end of this challenge. So just to ensure that those of you who are watching are actually watching, I want you to give me a double thumbs up after you've watched the video on the group. Not just one thumbs up, but a double thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. Just a little tip there to know, for us to know that you are watching the videos till the end. Guys, thanks very much. Let's have a good week. We'll see you at the box. Last week was awesome. Let's continue with that momentum and let's get the box nice and busy with our spring challenges. We'll see you then. Cheers.